Israel recently launched airstrikes inside Iran. These strikes targeted Iranian military facilities. The strikes are a significant escalation of the conflict between the two countries. Israel believes Iran is developing nuclear weapons. It sees these strikes as necessary to prevent Iran from becoming a nuclear threat. Iran denies it is developing nuclear weapons. It claims its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes. However, Iran has threatened retaliation for the Israeli strikes. It vows to respond at a time and place of its choosing. The international community is concerned about the escalating tensions. The United States has called for calm and restraint from both sides. Many fear a wider conflict could erupt. This conflict could destabilize the entire Middle East. Iran has cultivated a network of proxy groups across the Middle East. These groups are armed and funded by Iran. They act as extensions of Iranian foreign policy. Hezbollah in Lebanon is a prime example. It poses a significant threat to Israel from the north. Iran also supports groups in Syria, Iraq, and Yemen. In Syria, Iran backs the Assad regime. This support has been crucial in propping up Assad's forces. In Iraq, Iran backs various Shia militias. These militias have gained significant power and influence. They often target U.S. interests in Iraq. Yemen's Houthi rebels are another example. Iran provides them with weapons and financial support. The Houthis have been locked in a civil war with the Yemeni government. This conflict has created a humanitarian crisis. Iran is likely to use its proxies to retaliate against Israel. These groups offer Iran plausible deniability. This makes direct attribution of attacks difficult. Hezbollah could launch rockets into Israel from Lebanon. Iranian-backed militias in Syria could also target Israeli forces. Attacks on U.S. interests in the region are also possible. Iran may see the U.S. as complicit in the Israeli strikes. This could lead to attacks on U.S. bases in Iraq or Syria. Attacks on commercial shipping in the Persian Gulf are another concern. Iran has targeted oil tankers in the past. The risk of miscalculation is high. A retaliatory strike by Iran's proxies could easily spiral out of control. This could drag Israel and Iran into a wider conflict. Section 4. Turkey's role, a balancing act. Turkey plays a complex and often unpredictable role in the region. It is a NATO member and has close ties to the West. However, Turkey also has its own interests in the Middle East. It has been increasingly assertive in recent years. Turkey has been conducting military operations in northern Iraq. These operations target Kurdish groups. Turkey views these groups as a threat to its national security. However, these operations also raise concerns about Turkey's intentions in the region. Turkey's relationship with Iran is complex. The two countries share a border and have historical ties. However, they also compete for influence in the region. How Turkey responds to the escalating tensions between Israel and Iran is unclear. It could try to play a mediating role, or it could be drawn into the conflict itself. Section 5. Escalation fears. Towards a wider conflict? The recent Israeli airstrikes on Iran are a dangerous escalation. The risk of a wider conflict is real. Iran's use of proxy groups makes the situation even more volatile. These groups are unpredictable and difficult to control. The international community must act to prevent further escalation. Diplomacy and dialogue are essential. The U.S. and its allies should urge restraint from both Israel and Iran. They should also work to revive the Iran nuclear deal. The stakes are high. A wider conflict in the Middle East would have devastating consequences. It would lead to further instability and bloodshed. It would also have a significant impact on the global economy. The world cannot afford another major conflict in the Middle East.